Stellar XLM, on the brink of explosion. Why this move could be historic. What if I told you that Stellar XLM is standing at the edge of one of the biggest moves in its history? A move so significant that it could redefine how people view this cryptocurrency forever. Would you be ready for it? Or would you be like the majority, watching from the sidelines, hesitating, waiting for that perfect confirmation that never comes, only to look back in regret as XLM skyrockets past your buy zone? This is the moment that separates the smart money from the masses. The moment that turns early believers into legends and doubters into spectators. The charts are tightening, pressure is mounting, and institutional eyes are locked in. The question is, are you prepared to act? Or will you let hesitation cost you one of the biggest opportunities of the year? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why XLM is under immense pressure, why analysts and insiders believe it's on the verge of an explosive move, and, most importantly, what you need to do to position yourself before the breakout happens. Because once it does, there's no turning back. And by then, the only thing left to do will be to chase. But before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to Be Crypto Smart and turn on notifications. We don't just bring you news. We bring you the most cutting-edge insights in crypto psychology, market trends, and explosive opportunities that put you ahead of the curve. If you want to master the market instead of being manipulated by it, this is where you need to be. Now, let's talk about Stellar. The build-up. The current state of XLM. XLM is currently priced around $0.269. And while that may seem insignificant to the untrained eye, real investors know something big is brewing beneath the surface. Just like a volcano that gives subtle warning signs before erupting, the market is flashing signals that a major move is about to unfold. But here's the catch. Most people won't see it until it's too late. If you're only looking at price alone, you're missing the bigger picture. The real story lies in the confluence of factors, technical patterns, on-chain metrics, and macroeconomic trends, all pointing toward an inevitable eruption. And the smart money? They're already paying attention. Right now, technical indicators are split across different time frames. On the 15-minute chart, XLM appears oversold, which typically signals a price bounce. On the daily chart, we see a strong bullish trend, but it's teetering on exhaustion. And when we zoom out to the weekly chart, things look neutral, like the calm before the storm. But what does this all mean? It means we're at a tipping point. Historically, when price action consolidates like this, it builds pressure that eventually explodes in one direction. The longer this consolidation lasts, the more aggressive the move will be once the dam finally breaks. And if you've been watching XLM's price movements closely, you'll notice something eerily familiar. This exact setup has played out before. The same slow, quiet accumulation phase. The same hesitation from retail investors. The same tightening of price action before a sudden, violent move upwards. And every single time, those who positioned themselves early walked away with massive gains, while everyone else was left scrambling, wondering how they missed it. But this time, the stakes are even higher. Because this isn't just about a short-term breakout. This is about Stellar reaching new heights, potentially breaking out of its historical range and establishing itself as a dominant force in the crypto market. The psychology of market moves. The crypto market is a battlefield, and understanding the psychology behind it is what separates winners from losers. When a coin like XLM is oversold in the short term but overbought in the midterm, it creates a psychological trap. Short-term traders panic and sell, thinking the trend is over. Meanwhile, smart investors, those who understand market psychology, are quietly accumulating. This is where the money is made. Think about it, every major rally begins the same way. First, the weak hands exit, thinking they're playing it safe. Then, the market consolidates as uncertainty takes over. And finally, just when people start believing nothing will happen, the real move begins. Fast, violent, and leaving no room for hesitation. This is the phase where investors who lack patience make their biggest mistake. They expect instant gratification. They want the market to move now, and when it doesn't, they lose faith, selling right before the breakout. Meanwhile, experienced investors understand that market cycles are psychological games. They know the longer the market stays stagnant, the bigger the eventual move will be. So while the impatient sell in frustration, the experienced accumulate in confidence. Here's the key takeaway. The market is designed to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. It's a trap set by the market makers, the whales, and the institutions that want your position for themselves. They shake out the weak, create doubt, and then launch the price higher once the majority is sidelined. And history proves this over and over again. Every single time XLM has experienced this kind of accumulation phase, the result has been an aggressive upward explosion. In 2017, we saw XLM go from fractions of a penny to nearly $1 in mere months. Again, in 2021, after months of accumulation, XLM surged, making early believers a fortune. And now, the conditions are aligning once more. The key question you need to ask yourself is, are you the one panic selling? Or are you the one strategically positioning for what's next? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that markets reward those who act before the masses wake up. And right now, XLM is whispering its next move. The question is, are you listening? XLM's key price levels, support and resistance. Now, let's talk numbers, because in trading, the right numbers mean everything. XLM has strong support between 31 cents and 32 cents. This means that if the price drops into this zone, large buyers could step in, preventing a further fall. On the other side, resistance stands at a critical level, $0.59. Breaking above this would be a major signal that XLM is ready for liftoff. But here's where things get really interesting. If XLM holds above 32 cents and continues building momentum, it could trigger a domino effect. Traders watching this zone will recognize the strength and start piling in, pushing the price higher. And once we clear the 59 cents resistance, that's where things get wild. Above 59 cents, there's virtually no significant resistance until we approach the $1 psychological barrier. This means that once momentum takes over, XLM could enter price discovery mode, where explosive rallies happen fast, leaving no time to react. Think about what happened in past cycles. XLM has a history of breaking out violently once resistance levels crumble. And if history repeats itself, this move could be even bigger than before. The market is coiling up, pressure is building, and once it releases, it's game on. The question is, will you be positioned before the breakout, or will you be chasing once it's too late? And if market momentum keeps pushing, experts believe it could even reach up to $22 over time. Yes, you heard that right, $22. That's not just a random number. It's based on historical patterns, market momentum, and increasing adoption. The last time we saw a similar setup in XLM, the price surged by over 600% within months. And right now, the conditions are aligning for another major rally. The question is, will you be on board when it happens? Or will you be left watching from the sidelines as history repeats itself? A bull flag forms when a strong price surge is followed by a period of consolidation, essentially a cooling off phase where the market catches its breath before the next leg up. This pause allows weak hands to get shaken out while smart money quietly accumulates. Once the breakout occurs, the move is usually explosive, leaving no time for hesitation. Here's the reality. Patterns like this don't form by accident. They're signals of massive underlying strength. And with increasing adoption, partnerships, and institutional interest, XLM's breakout potential has never been higher. If the bull flag plays out as expected, XLM could first target $1.60. But that's just the beginning. If macroeconomic conditions align and institutional investors step in, we could be looking at a multi-year breakout that propels XLM into uncharted territory. potentially reaching that staggering $22 target in the long run. Will it happen overnight? No, but the foundation is being set right now. And when the breakout begins, it will move fast. The only question left is, are you positioned? Or will you be one of those chasing the pump after it's too late? What needs to happen for XLM to explode? For XLM to break through these key levels, we need three things to align: increased adoption and institutional interest. Major financial players and blockchain-based companies need to see XLM as a vital asset. Stellar's partnerships with financial institutions, remittance providers, and DeFi platforms are expanding. If adoption accelerates, demand for XLM will surge, reducing supply and driving prices up. A broader market rally pushing Bitcoin and altcoins higher. The entire crypto market moves in cycles, and historically, altcoins like XLM experience their biggest rallies when Bitcoin is in a strong uptrend. If BTC crosses key resistance levels and enters a full bull market, XLM will likely follow with an even greater percentage move. A decisive breakout past resistance at 59 cents. This is the key price level that traders and algorithms are watching. Once XLM breaches this level with strong volume, it will trigger a wave of buying from both retail and institutional investors, pushing it into price discovery mode. And guess what? All three of these catalysts are aligning right now. Institutional investors are watching XLM closely. Major partnerships are forming. Bitcoin's recent price action suggests a new altcoin rally is on the horizon. And most importantly, XLM's price action is tightening, like a spring ready to snap. When these three forces combine, the result is an unstoppable rally. The accumulation phase we're seeing now is a direct indication that large players are positioning themselves before the breakout. The only question is, are you? The big question: should you wait or get in now? Here's the truth. No one rings a bell when a bull run starts. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, you're already too late. The best investors make moves when fear is high and uncertainty looms. Right now, we're in the pre-breakout phase. The market is whispering what's about to happen. But will you listen? If history has taught us anything, it's that hesitation is the enemy of opportunity. The greatest gains in crypto come from acting before the crowd catches on. If you wait until XLM is already pumping, you'll be chasing the wave instead of riding it from the start. Ask yourself, do you want to look back months from now, wishing you had taken action when the signs were right in front of you? Or do you want to be the investor who saw the writing on the wall and made the bold, calculated move before the breakout? Final thoughts and call to action. Stellar XLM is on the brink of something massive. The technicals, the market psychology, and the broader trend all point to an imminent move. The only question left is, are you positioned for it? Or will you be left chasing after it when it's too late? If you want to stay ahead of the game, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're bringing you real, psychology-driven crypto insights so you can navigate this market like a pro. And before you go, check out our latest video on the next big crypto breakout. You won't want to miss it. This is Be Crypto Smart, helping you master the market one move at a time. See you in the next one.